and I paid attention. I got a lawyer. I said, okay, if you want to learn the business, find a lawyer. Pick that lawyer's brain. Like that's what they're there for. Lawyers like when you ask them a lot of questions, it keeps them sharp.
Oh, I
You
love
asking
it.
them questions.
Yeah.
So first, if you want to know the business, find a lawyer. Then find an accountant. You know what I'm saying? Because when you start making money, it's gonna come.
Yep.
And trust me, that's one problem I had. I made so much money in one year. The next year, I didn't make as much money. And Uncle Sam came knocking at the door. Was like, "You made a lot of money last year. You got to pay
Man, those
taxes this year,
taxes.
right?" And
Yeah,
I was like, "What?"
exactly.
I was like, "That's how that works." And you
Man.
know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I have no horror stories,
Yeah.
um, you know, because
That's
I
that's
just
dope.
was in tune and been paid. I feel like I paid attention. I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah,
Guys
dude.
like,
Yeah, man. When
but
people are pouring into you and giving you all the information they can to help you, I think it's super important to listen, because every now and then I come across a producer where like they're young, they're trying to get started, and then you tell them something like, yo, like this would be a good thing to do, and they're like, oh yeah, like I know that and this and that, but it's just like, yo, like, but you're not doing it, you know what I mean? Or it's like you have to, even if, like, the way I feel is like, even if you know it or you think you know something, still listen, because somebody may be able to give you a different perspective, you know what I'm saying? Or a nugget that could take what you already know to the next level. So I think listening, man, is super, super important for your success, for sure.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, 100%, hundred
man.
percent.
So, man, so that's really dope, man. Just being around some OGs who were doing it big. When did the transition happen to you, or when did you find out about the whole sync licensing space? Because I know you do some stuff in that lane as well. When did that happen for you, and was it a transitional thing, or was it like, I'm doing both? I'm working with the artist, and I'm doing this TV and film thing as well.
Nah. Well, here's the thing. Because I went to a fashion institute, like
Mm.
school, advertising was my major, right?
Oh,
So I was already fond with advertising. I knew the concept of advertising, so I was already interested in this how advertising worked.
mhm.
So I knew that I wanted to get my music in TV and film. But here's the thing, man. Even when I was having all my success producing these hip hop records,
Mhm.
I couldn't get in because there was no in. There was no
Right.
in. It was like it literally was a good old boys club. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
if you would call it, and that's for real. And for years I'm like, I don't understand. Like I have records. Like why can't I? Who is the person?
Mhm.
And I think when NBA 2K started coming around, someone had connected like Just Blaze and certain producers started getting records on there, and I was like, what's that about? You know what I'm saying? And it felt
Mhm.
like they had their own little niche. It still wasn't open. You know what I'm saying? I always had an interest, man. It took me years, bro. It took me years.
Yeah.
Just recently to like I think 2010.
Okay.
But once I got with Sony ATV, Sony
Okay.
Music Publishing now,
Mhm.
where they literally walk me through the doors now, and I was like, oh, these are the Golden Gate doors here.
Yeah.
Where it really wasn't in my head. You know what I'm saying? Like they really had gatekeepers because a lot of these TV shows and networks, they use either publishing companies or they use music jingle houses and things like that.
Yeah.
You know, but now with Sony, I've been able to have a direct line because they have a dedicated TV and film division.
Yep.
Which is really really cool, man. Because like I just make music for their briefs. I just make music for them. I don't do anything. Just make music and I send it to them, and they get the placements. They're
Yeah.
like the managers and the lawyers all at one.
Yep.
You know, yeah, that's been a real big game changer for me because as I've evolved as a producer, like
Mhm.
I just didn't produce one niche like hip hop. I always knew as a producer you got to make all kinds of music.
Mhm.
If somebody puts you in a room with any kind of genre of artist, you got to be able to adapt. And TV and film is the same way. A lot of these
Yep.
guys they make beats, but they're only making a certain kind of beat, like whether
Mhm.
it's trap. Got to get out of that stuff.